So whatever shape feels right aligned for you, take that. And then if you want to put your hands on your body as you're breathing, sometimes that's helpful as a tool to return to yourself. If not, just close your eyes or have them 1/10 open, just a sliver, and be generous with your breath. So there is an invitation for you to authentically arrive in this conscious pause, just with your breath and just in this moment. And you see if it's possible for you to kind of sweeten it by precision in your posture. So if you're reclined, that means just let everything be held by the floor. And if you're seated, having that natural lift through the central axis and width in the collarbones. So you send a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And there's clarity around alignment. So maybe the breath invites the very organized, very strategic mindset to just sort of unhurry a bit. And you may also find that this is where you unfold. So just a few more moments, sharpening your focus and picking an intention, a mantra, or a purpose for this practice that will allow you to keep coming back to seeing the practice as a practice, to feeling the practice as a practice, to allowing the practice to be the practice. So if you're reclined, join us seated. Seated friends, Anjali Mudra, hands heart center in prayer, elbows rise, shoulders recline. With that prayer, that dedication, that mantra, douse yourself in it throughout the practice. You'll do an audible release and a dedication with the vibration of Om. So you take a deep breath in and then out. And then you inhale. Om. Beautiful. Go ahead and blink your eyes open. Let's start either with your hands on your thighs, or if you want to fold your fingers and spread your palms and reach your arms up. Kapalabhati, sharp, short breath through the nose. It doesn't translate into movement in the arms, the head, or the shoulders. It's just Exhale everything out. You want to touch the thumbs and reach wide, release. If not, you can just put your hands down and let's just shrug and roll our shoulders 3 times. Just shrug and roll them. I don't know what you've been shouldering, but sometimes we're holding more than this atlas, more than our head. And then bring them forward for 3, 2, and 1. And then let's just tip our left shoulder, in your case, to your left ear to your left shoulder. We'll take that left arm over and we'll just give a little neck nudge because everybody keeps asking for neck this week. Lift your chest, relax your left shoulder. I'm not going to be here very long. I sometimes remind myself to be more upright. And then just right hand ear, left hand ear, and pick it up. Hands down, right shoulder, right ear, right shoulder, lift chest. So we just have that upright quality. And if you want to accentuate it, right ear, left, right hand, left ear, and then spin and twist, taking the left arm out to the side will enhance it or emphasize it. And because we're not here very long, we're just looking to breathe in a way that invites space. And then put left hand on ear, right hand on ear, and pick it up. See if the roll of the shoulder back and forward helps release that. And then come on and hit your playlist or whatever you want to listen to, even if it's just the resonance of your breath. And then very slowly come into or onto all fours. So we're going to meet on all fours this morning. You can come onto your forearms if that's where you're feeling. The first couple rounds of breath, you're going to do your own freestyle movement. I'm just going to stay on my forearms because sometimes when the neck or the shoulders or the body is feeling a little slow, maybe a little sluggish in my case this morning, I like to be close to the earth as I move. So normally I rise early and do some kind of practice before this practice. Today my practice was walking the dog. So that's where I was. So in these first movements in your body, wag the tail, wriggle the spine, each little nook and cranny, let's get in there. Fine tune it. And then let's meet on hands and knees. You can definitely be on your fists or your forearms. Spread your fingers. Lift the left knee thigh. Push the right shin bones into the mat. Okay, so that's all we're going to do. And then lower. That's it. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the left thigh. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to take that thigh out to the side. Inhale like a dog at a fire hydrant. Exhale. In. Out. One more time. In. Out. Now we're going to lift that left thigh up. Take it out, down, and around. So circle the thigh bone 3 times. If you're faster, maybe you get in 4. If you're slower, maybe you do 2. I have shifted the revolution of my thigh bone, so I'm balancing it. And then I'm going to hold that left thigh up with the knee bent and take the left knee to the left elbow and then up. And then the left knee to the right elbow and then up. And then the thigh to the chest or the nose. And this time I'm going to straighten my right leg and tap my left leg, tap my left foot outside the mat, lift it up and over to tap it to the right side. Go up, over, tap, up, over. These are like rainbows. The leg is straight now, so it'll rinse something out on this third and final round. Hold there, and then extend your right arm with your left leg still lifted. Tap elbow to knee, exhale, inhale, reach. Exhale, feel that diagonal. Reach, firmly plant the left hand in the right shin bones. Last one, tap, reach. Now you can put the the right hand on the hip and then grab that left foot if it's available. When I start mirroring you all, I get my whole body into a backward space. So then I have to reassess, reroute, and then release and come down and come into child's pose for a moment. None of that needed to be your deepest stretch. It certainly wasn't mine. It was the warming up of, and then look forward, come into downward facing dog for a moment, knowing that you have spent a good amount of breaths with concentrated focus on the left side. Pedal your feet, nod your head yes and no. Deepen the so and the hum of the breath. Come forward and lower the knees down. And then we do the right side now. Hopefully I'll be able to cue only right. Lift the right thigh and lower, and lift and lower. One more. I like to inhale on the up and exhale on the down. Now the right knee goes out to the side and back and out and back. Inhaling and exhaling. And then the circles, I began by lifting my thigh back, out and around, however you do it. Focus on which way you're stirring the thigh for 3 rounds, and then go the other way. Then lift the right leg, straighten it, tap the right foot outside the right edge of the mat, and then rainbow it back. Now here you are getting into the subtle shifts in the body. There's a tethering of my navel to the spine. That's Uddiyana Bandha. There's also this awareness that I'm getting some lateral movement. And now lifting that right leg higher and the left arm, you're going to tap elbow to knee and reach, elbow to knee and reach. One more time, elbow to knee and reach. Now you'll put the left hand down, you'll bend the right knee and you'll tap right knee, right elbow and back, right knee, left elbow and back, and then thigh to the chest and back and lower it down. And yes, we did it different on that side, but we got all the same movements in. Tick-tock or pendulum, your hips side to side. Feel that breath and that movement side to side. And then downward facing dog. If you need a child's pose in between, that's totally fine. If you want to stay on your knees, that's great too. I'm going to go right into down dog and just settle in with self. So we're going to add a little rotation here. It's been a theme for a bit. Inhale to the plank. Strong limbs, strong central access. Exhale to the dog. Right hand outside left thigh, knee, ankle, look under left shoulder. And then put the right hand in the right lane. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Left hand outside right thigh, knee, ankle. Breathe. And then left hand, left lane. Inhale, plank. Lift right leg. Right knee, right elbow, and back. This is the plank. Right knee, left elbow, back, right thigh, chest, back and up. Big lift. Let's bend and open the front of the right quad, hip, psoas. And then square your pelvis toward your mat. Extend the right leg, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down the top of the left foot. And slowly bring the arms up. Just so you know, each of my legs are in their own lanes. Take your right hand to your left wrist, side bend over to your right. I'm very mindful that my right knee wanted to wobble to the left. Inhale, come up through center. Left hand floor, right hand hip or skyward. Soften the left elbow so the waterfall of the left side of the neck can relax. Reach the right arm over and then down outside the right foot, almost straighten the right leg, a little flirting with Ardha Hanuman. Bend the right knee, step back, friends, to Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Let's lower slowly all the way down, like the air is thick, all the way down. Slow, slow, slow. You get down, roll your thigh bones in, point your toes, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, peel and lift your chest a little more, and a little more. Breathe in, and then add a lift in your legs if that feels like it awakens your back body. And release. You can push back through plank. I'm going to hit child's pose for a bit of resetting. And then together we will all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale to the plank. Lift the left leg, left knee, left elbow, and back. Left knee, right elbow, and back. Thigh to the chest, and then sweep the leg back and up, open the hip. I brushed the wall there. Lift the thigh. Square the hips. Step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee down. Top of the right foot. Inhale, arms up. Grab right wrist, side bend over. Smooth your breath out. Inhale, come up. Right hand down, left hand up, or hand to hip. Again, I consciously soften my right elbow to avoid locking, but also to avoid holding tension through my right shoulder. Reach the left arm over, and then as the hand lands, you have a moment to just a little diagnostic. How's it going in the back of your left leg? And maybe your leg is straight, mine is not, and I'm okay with it, it's all right. And then you bend the left knee and step back to down dog yet again. Flush your body with your breath. Hydrate your tissue with your breath. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, chaturanga to up dog or low cobra. Downward facing dog. So starting to just sense in your body, how are you feeling? And then walk your feet to your hands. When your feet get to your hands, place your hands on your shins, elongate your spine, and then fold your chest in toward your thighs. Round down through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Reach up, pull your prayer to your heart. If it feels okay for you, close your eyes for a moment and just reinvest in your why. What brought you to your mat? Why are you here? Here to breathe, here to be, here to reset. Flutter eyes open. Samastiti, upright and equal. So find that place inside yourself. Equanimity. Inhale the arms up. Little or big back bend or Urdhvastasana. Exhale, soften for Uttanasana. Let the knees bend. There's no hurry. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Mindfully step the right leg back. It's like moving the water in the body. Look forward. The left leg steps back. Downward facing dog. Pedal a bit. It's sort of shimmying in this body of yours. Inhale, ripple forward into the plank. Exhale, yogi push up. Inhale, upward facing shape. Exhale, downward facing shape. So not in a hurry or a rush.
Remembering that malleability of you is the key, and that showing up for you is the wisdom. Lift the right leg, take the right knee to the left elbow, exhale, inhale, lift. Right knee, right elbow, lift. Knee to the nose, thigh to the chest, step the right foot forward, look forward, and then launch the left foot forward. Bring the hands to the shins, inhale. Exhale, if you like, hands to the calves, squeeze the elbows toward the midline. Inhale, coming up rounded or straight. I'm going to go rounded today just to feel it. And then back bend if you like. Full hands to prayer and resetting once again. Some call it Samastitihi, some call it Tadasan Mountain. I'm bringing my awareness and my attention to my feet and slurping up that earth energy and feeling the rhythm in the bones rolling out and the bones rolling in. Eyes open, inhale, arms up, maybe back if you want that back bend. And then fold. Fold as you hinge, hinge as you fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Left leg, streamline it back. Right leg back. This time let's hit plank first. Yeah, and then low plank. And then either low cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, rippling through the body to down dog and finding that way to recover your breath, to really feel for pedaling and softening, to notice that you're already where you need to be. Lift your left leg, take the knee across to the right elbow and up. Left knee, left elbow, and up. Knee to the nose, round scoop, step, look forward, back foot forward. Hands, shins, bend into you, and then deepen the bend in the knees, come into Utkatasana, platform of your feet, let it be the way you want it. So I suggest big toes touch if you feel more in tune, in harmony with feet apart, elbows bent, or arms straight, or palms touching. You just kind of come into that thread that is your natural fabric of you, and then you hone in on your breath and your heartbeat, right? This moment for you, this moment to seek inside that wholeness that is you. Inhale, spring up. Exhale, fold. The texture of the breath moving you. Inhale, lengthen. If you want to jump back or glide back, chaturanga, up dog. If you're walking back to down dog and skipping all of that, good for you. Inhale, right leg rises, yawns up, left heel yearns for the floor, right knee, right elbow, exhale, and then sky. Let's just repeat that twice. Exhale, it's not a have to, it's a get to. So we keep reminding ourselves, last one, elbow to knee or knee to elbow, step the right foot forward from obligation to reframing, back heel off, opportunity to move in our body. Now, sometimes we keep the back leg straight. Today, we bend the left knee. I'm going to shorten my stance a little here. So I'm almost in those right angles in my knees. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend. Keep your laser-like attentive gaze forward. Inhale, straighten both knees. Exhale, bend. Your hands don't have to be on your hips, but they do help steady you. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend both knees. Now straighten the back leg.
This is when I have to eke my right foot more forward, and then sweep the left arm up and sit deeper. And then reach the right arm. You might see it under my right thigh down, and then lean back a smidge. Sit deeper. Good. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale both hands to the mat and almost straighten the right leg. Back heel is off the mat. Yes, this is sort of like when we flirted moments ago with half Hanuman, Ardha Hanuman, or half split. Bend right knee, vinyasa, or whatever you want to serve up to yourself. So we craft a breath of gratefulness. And gratefulness is a state of being. Just grateful I have my breath and my mat and a working, moving body. Gratitude is usually transactional. Thank you for whatever it is you did for me. That's gratitude. But gratefulness is a state of being. Left knee, left elbow. So we come to the mat to practice left knee, left elbow, gratefulness of heart, so that in life, even left knee, left elbow, when things feel really challenging, step the left foot forward into its own lane, crescent, hands to the hips, even when it's challenging, even when we feel like we keep hitting roadblocks. This week I kept feeling like, oh, I'm technically challenged. I'm technically challenged. And then I just had to back off. Okay, maybe I need a technical challenge this week, hands on hips. And then I had to step away, bend the right knee and the left knee, and inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend. So we just practice the gratefulness. Inhale, even for the pause. Exhale, bend. Even for the challenge, maybe especially inhale, bend, then slide the right leg back or lengthen the left foot forward, each leg still in their own lane. Right arm comes forward and up. You reach over to the left arm reaches down. Now, if your torso is forward, bring it back. So Satnam, I am, I am, I am, I am. Inhale, left arm up, both arms down, mostly straighten. You're in sort of a pyramid pose. Outer left hip glides back. Spine can be long around it. I always get more out of a long spine. So I'm just cascading the breath through the body. I hope you are too. We're coming into the awareness. Just this moment. Bend the left knee, moving through vinyasa or into whatever seat, shape, asana supports resetting for you. Just for this moment, may I be here. Just for this moment, may I be concentrated in nowness. Inhale, plank. Come on to the right forearm. Onto the right forearm if you need to be on the right knee, absolutely. If the left foot needs to be in front, great. If you need to pad the forearm, great. Okay, hips up. Lift left leg. Fold left thigh in. Extend left leg, lower it. Recommit to hips lifting. How about two more? Lift left leg, fold left thigh in, extend, lower, hips up. Lift, fold, extend, lower. Come on to your forearms, hold steady in the forearm plank, and let's rock forward and back. You got this, friends. Forward and back. One more. Forward and back. Come on to the right hand, the left hand. Down dog. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. One more. Inhale, plank. Onto the left forearm. You'll note that I move my left hand into the right lane. The right hand can reach up or be behind your head. I don't know what you did on the other side. Lift the right leg, fold the thigh in, extend, lower, recommit to hips rising and ribs funneling toward pelvis. Right leg lifts, thigh folds, lengthen right leg, lower, hips up.
like there's a laser beam through your right heel. Inhale, rise, fold thigh, straighten leg. Beautiful. Come on to the right forearm. Heat is building, I hope. Step the left foot out to the left and then to the center. The right foot out to the right, center. One more, just out to the side like a little pendulum. Side to side. Last one, side to side. Lower knees, thighs, pubic bone. Yes, you get a sphinx here. Inhale, elbows float. Neck is relaxed, shoulders are reclined. This is a uniform back bend. This is a moment where you start to appreciate this body, this body. Hands and forearms down, hands slide back, push back to child's or plank in reverse, down dog. Carry your breath in, craft your breath out. Let's walk the hands to the back of the mat and see what Utkatasana looks like from this landscape. So we put hands on shins length in Ardha Uttanasana and then fold and then come into Utkatasana. Right, so when you're at the back of the mat and you have the whole lane in front of you, you have the whole day in front of you, you have the whole moment in front of you. What does it feel like? Pull your hands to prayer. Take your right elbow outside your left thigh. Now that right knee wants to bump forward. Shoulders want to collect up. So you just check in without getting obsessive. Maybe you want arm down and arm up. Where are you going to find the sweetness that will nourish you? Right? Twisting. Utkatasana. I'm going to interlace my fingers, bring my palms forward and go into Ardha. So I might just fall into this plant behind me. It will not catch me. It will not catch me. Inhale, spring up, little or big back bend, yeah. And then exhale, fold to the ground. Bend the knees. Reroute yourself right back through Utkatasana and left elbow outside. And in this moment, you just look, you just twist, you just breathe. Look, twist, breathe, breathe, twist, look. The Sat and the Nam. The I am, the I am, the I am. Slowly, gently, bring the arms forward, palms forward. Ardha Utkatasana. I even switched my thumbs in my class just to let you in a little bit on where I'm at. And then from the rooted feet, reach up and maybe back. And then fold. Come forward and down, a little or a lot. A vinyasa or not. I don't know. I think I'll take one. And then nothing fancy, just step the right foot forward, turn the left heel in for warrior one. So when we do nothing fancy with the right leg to get us here, we engage through the core, swivel the left hip forward, and then come back to your feet. You always begin there. And then whatever shape you want with your arms, sometimes ahead, above, bent, a gathering. Hands down, vinyasa. So watch where the mind goes when there's no direction. Left leg lifts and steps, or just simply steps, whatever you like. Virabhadrasana 1. From the feet, that feeling of rebounding the earth energy in whatever position you want with your arms, whatever expression, whatever allows you to be the hero for you right now. Not about anybody else. Not about figuring out a conversation that happened before or later. Hands down. Vinyasa. I like to remember Like this week when I was technically challenged, it wasn't happening to me. It may have been happening for me. If I just let it go, it was happening through me, through me, through me. So that's how I ungrip, uncling. Bend the knees, look to the hands, get the feet to the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet, just, I don't know, 2 movements so that there's that fist, 2 fists. And the outer edges of your feet are like an 11. Okay, you can take the index middle finger in between the first and second toe. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, fold for Padangustasana. Now, I just want to remind you, I have a significant bend in my knees. You can't see it. I can hike my shoulders up, bend my elbows away from each other, and then activate as I fold, invigorate as I fold, participate as I fold, breathe as I fold. And so a real breath in and a real breath out. In and out. Inhale, place the hands on the shins. Exhale, hands to hips, and inhale, come all the way up, or exhale all the way up. Nice work. Ground yourself down. Turn your left foot out. I'm going to turn my left foot out, so not to confuse you, but I'm going to do my left side too. And pull your right heel up, your left heel up, and your right heel anchored. This is what happens when I switch, not mirroring. I am accountable. Okay, here you are in Vrikshasana. And then maybe you reach your arms up. Maybe you cactus your arms. I'm going to cactus my arms. And then see if you can pick up your chest. So just a steady, still moment. Steady, still moment that has a current and a tidal quality. And then release. So now the left foot is down, the right thigh turns out. The left heel is staked into your mat, the right heel rises. You'll note I'm picking up my heel, which means I am assisting my tree. Okay, if I didn't need to pick it up, if my foot could just land there, it would be an unassisted tree. Now my tree is swaying. I'm breathing. The wind of my breath is meeting the stillness. And every time my mind wanders, I come back. This moment, this moment, this moment. Hands of yours can come down or stay where they are. Knee goes forward and leg goes down. Fold your left thigh in and then let it go down. Okay, just like that. Like you're kind of walking in place, but you're thigh hiking and down. 2 more. Lift left, lower, lift right, lower. Last round. So we're making it a breathing, moving, mindful practice always. And down. Sweep the arms really wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward and down. And then inhale, lift your chest. Step or hop back, your choice. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Let's jump our feet to our hands or through our hands to do a little emphasis on our core, even though we've been already doing that. Extend your legs toward the ceiling. If that doesn't work for you, bend your knees. Take your hands behind your head. We're going to curl our head and shoulders up and then come down. Okay, that's all you have to do. Curl up and then down. 2 more. Up and down. We're just doing 4, up and down. Now you will twist to your left and lower your right leg. Notice I'm not pulling my left leg in, I'm keeping it vertical. And then I'll come through center. So will you, both legs will go vertical. If your knees were bent, they'll stay bent. And then I will twist to my right and lower my left leg and then lift and stay curled. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. You don't really come down. We're allowing the twist to kind of rinse us. And normally we do 3s, but today we're doing 4s. So I have just one more round and hopefully you do too, or you're imagining doing this, which is fine with me. Good. So here you are in the center. I want you to coil your tail and uncoil it. You might not see it. Oh yeah, you can. You can see it. Coil the tail and then uncoil it. I'm still head and shoulders up. I'm really focused on like allowing, coil, and releasing. Then slowly, I'm gonna just side bend over to my left and then come through center. Side bend over to my right, come through center. My legs aren't even doing anything, but my side waist is. Left elbow toward left thigh, right elbow toward right thigh, center. It's like a little windshield wipe of the torso and your oblique. So thank you later. One more. Good work. Cross ankle or calf and rock up. Come into Ardha Navasana or Navasana with hands or no hands Navasana. And then cross calf, shin bones, hands forward, feet back, vinyasa, or just flop forward. I'm making it messy. Step one leg back and the other and go into down dog. If you want the vinyasa, take it. Lift the right leg. Take the right knee to the left elbow and then up. Right knee, left elbow, and then up. There's that oblique again. Right knee, left elbow, and up. Step the right foot forward. Come into warrior 2 now. Heel to heel, heel to arch. Ungripped toes. Sit. Look over, breathe. Inhale, reach back with the right arm and down with the left. Sit deeper. Come up. Straighten or mostly straighten the right leg. Pull the energy of the legs toward the midline and lengthen into triangle. Soham Satnam Ayam of the 5 long lines of energy, 2 arms, 2 legs, and the spine. I'm leaning my left ribs toward my back body. My right ribs are sliding under me. Same moment where my right thigh is sliding away. I love Utthita Trikonasana because the twist counter twists the bones, doing opposites, just to blend us into brightness, brightness. Now you'll bend the right knee and you can come into Utthita Parshvakonasana, extended side angle, arm over, arm behind. And when you breathe and you feel, I really look inside that left side seam and lengthen it, lengthen it. Unpack a bit. Good job. Now take the left hand to the hip. Look down. If your stance is too wide, you heel toe. That left foot in, heel toe. Look just outside the right side of your mat. If you have a block or a water bottle, lift. Hopefully you don't have a plant in your ear like I do. And maybe you lift the left leg higher than the thigh. Maybe you keep it level. That's up to you. Maybe you grab the foot for Ardha Chandrasana Chapasana. You'll bend the right knee and you'll land back in warrior 2. I know. Surf that wave in reverse. Ooh. Sit into the right thigh. Windmill the arms forward and down. Vinyasa. That'll be a nice moment. There's a little aftertaste of the core set in my body. I don't know what it's like in yours. Let's lift the left leg. Take the left knee 3 times across to the right elbow and rise. And in the transition, can you use the exhale to support twist? Rise. When you step that left foot forward and you come into warrior two, track the left knee above the ankle and just see for yourself, where could you craft a breath for more space? And then reverse the warrior. Tone in, tone out, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left leg towards straight and slide into triangle. In, triangle out. Triangle in, triangle out. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember any gesture of the arms, any way you want to reach your arms, stretch, that's fine. And then you track the left knee. The forearm can go to the thigh or the arm goes on the inside. Some people like it on the outside. In this long side angle, can you feel for that traveling breath? Right? It travels to your lungs, and yet you see pressure changes all through your body. The belly, the ribs, the chest, arms, fingers, toes. Look down and outside the left foot, heel toe if you want to. Ardha Chandrasana. Again, there's this twist, counter twist. And I'm always seeking out that spaciousness. So when I notice, like I just did, that my left shoulder was rising, I just soften. Bend the left knee, come into warrior two. Just soften, and I hope the next time that I'm feeling resistant, I can soften even there. Practice the yoga. Cartwheel the arms forward and down, and vinyasa here. Let's walk our hands to the back of the mat, okay? And you'll take those two fists in between your big toes, soften your knees, slide your entire palm of hand underneath sole of feet, and just bow. And in the bowing and in the breath, and in the breath and the bowing, is there time for you to take refuge in this practice? To see that you can't know everything there is to know about yourself yet. And that's why we practice, to meet ourselves with the kind of compassion and kindness that we would meet others, that we would tune into others, that we would listen and remind them they're okay. Release and walk the hands forward for a vinyasa or a still pose that nourishes you. And then lift the right leg, take the knee to the nose and up with the right leg. Two more, knee to nose. Step the right foot forward, come into warrior two, yeah. And then just straighten the right leg, turn the right foot parallel to the left. Inhale, lift your chest and fold. Now you can, I'm way over, so I'm going to move myself. Toes can come in, heels can come out. Inhale, lift your chest, come onto your forearms. So just come onto your forearms. Sit a little deeper. A little deeper. And when I say sit a little deeper, I mean lean forward and take your seat by leaning forward. Good work, friends. Now inhale, lift your chest and walk your feet wider. wider. So not so wide that it feels like, gee, I might split my legs like a wishbone, but wide enough that this feels like a lot. It feels like a lot, yeah. And then pivot on your right heel and your left toes and take your left leg into its own lane and lower the left knee, the top of the foot. You can take Ardha Hanuman and stay here. This is like a little bigger. Or if it feels right for you, maybe you have split. I don't think I will today because I know my legs this morning were feeling a little stagnant. And instead of just saying to myself, oh, poor me, I just will wiggle my foot and stretch and be glad this body of mine is capable and willing of doing the practice. So whatever variation of Hanuman you have, or Ardha Hanuman, with that eye of kindness and compassion. Good job. Take the right arm on the inside. I like to sneak my right leg back, hit down dog, and then vinyasa. Lift the left leg, knee to nose, and up, knee to nose, and up. Knee to nose, you can step that left foot forward and turn your toes and stay low and just widen your stance. Again, just widen. So we're skipping prasarita. We're just widening, and I turned my direction. Obviously, my right leg is still landing if this is the top of my mat. You just allow yourself to be here for a moment and maybe come down onto your forearms in a wide leg. Good work, friends. You know what's coming now. Walk your hands toward your left foot. Pivot left heel, right toes, and just lower right knee down. And you might stay right there in that Ardha Hanuman. Or you might squeak out a little more space. Remembering that this practice is the great reminder of impermanence and developing a wonderful relationship with change. Today, this is my body. Today, I will meet my body where it is. Just for this moment, I will appreciate whatever I can do and whatever is a challenge for me. And then slowly come on to the left hip. Yep, I said it. And come into straddle. Or, as we call it in yoga, Upavishta Konasana. Now, my kneecaps stay up. For those of you who have a lot of flexibility, your thigh bones are rolling out even as you come forward. So if you're sniffing the floor and your knees have flopped forward, I would like you to come up, realign your legs, and then come forward. And sometimes what will help is just to hold on to your legs as opposed to the floor. Okay, we are, yes, in the home stretch. Come forward, come forward, come forward. It was about a slowness. It was about an unpacking. And hopefully you felt all of that. Inhale, come up. Right hand, left thigh, left arm over. So I'm doing the same side as you, which means it will not look the same. I'm firmly planting that left sit bone into the mat. Inhale, bring your body up. Left hand, right thigh, right hand over. Now, I'm not concerned about grabbing my foot. I'm really in this space of unwinding my spine and unpacking the side body. Okay. This preps us for twists. Inhale, come up. Now you can push your legs together. And in my case, I will reorient myself forward. Reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. Twist, twist, twist. Now the left heel slides in, push it away. Inhale, reach your both arms up. Take your left arm forward and your right arm back. Twist. See if you can get up taller, pick up that side waist.
Pick up that side waist. Beautiful. Inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, hands down. You have two options. One would be that you really want your pigeon. So you'd rock and roll pigeon. The second option would be you really want your outer hip again, and you do a figure four. I'm going to do a reclined twist because I feel like my hips just got really lubricated. And what I'm going to do is roll down, slide my heels in, bring my pelvis to the right and my knees to the left. So if you're doing pigeon, I honor you. If you're doing figure four, and if you're really creative and you're doing something that you want, good for you. Good for you. My twisting friends, I'm going to come back through the center because I know that I need to sweep my hips to the left and my knees to the right. And if you're space confined like I am, just make sure you can find where you want to be. And then maybe you look to the left when your knees go to the right. I can sense that when we untangle ourselves and when we slow down, the practice still yields a great benefit. Whether it's 10 poses you get in or 40. So now when you come through the center, when you come through the center, make sure that you feel like you are realigned. And obviously my friends in the pigeon and the figure four, I hope you switched. And those of you who are inverting, I am not going to invert today, but if you are, good for you. I am just going to let it all unravel. Palms up, a deep exhale. And then breathing in. That breath of joy, of gratitude, and of wonder. So you can always stay as long as you like. As long as you like. Each breath lengthening in, each breath lengthening out. In breath, out breath. If you're ready to move, you move gently. You move tenderly and you move gratefully. You find your way. Traveling through space and time, you join me seated or you're staying reclined. I honor whatever path you choose. Hands come to the heart center in prayer for those of us seated. May we feel grateful just by being. May we know we are worthy just as we are. And may we see our sameness in the mirror and the reflection of others. Namaste.